In this video, we're at Krown Rust Protection, where a certain Ford Fairmont is going to be getting some love. Some hot, waxy love. Splendid. So this is what we're putting in. This is Krown's rust treatment, developed in Canada, where they do an awful lot of salting. So we've got heat and pressure being used to make it very easy to squirt in. So Rob strips down the car. We've had the rear lights out, we've taken the boot trim out. It's only just gone back in, but that can all be done because Mr. Kitch drilled some extra holes here and then told me to take the spoiler off and sort the seals out so water doesn't get in there. I haven't done that, but yeah, the wax treatment is going on at the moment. It kind of goes everywhere. It's not like under seal, so you can squirt it all over the place. So you can see all over here, the inner panels. There's just really not very much paint there, so this definitely needs doing. All this area where it's already gone a bit crispy, my friend Eddie did some greasing up there and some rubbing back just to get rid of the worst of that. But yeah, with these various tools, Rob can get into all the nooks and crannies and get the grease everywhere it needs to go. So it's going to be about 3 hours work. So this is not the work of 5 minutes. I'm getting into all the cavities, into the squirting inside the door at the moment. So yeah, this should hopefully help Betty last an awful lot longer. But there are several key rot spots that I'll just talk through while we're looking at this car, just in case you think an AU Falcon is for you. One of the more obvious ones is here. Let's see, Betty's already had a somewhat clumsy but hopefully solid repair. So where you got the struts mounting to the boot lid, that's a key area they go. The rear lights, again, Mr. Kitch had to do some work in here because that had gone as well. Always out of sight, isn't it? And the bumper bar behind here can corrode as well. Otherwise you're just into general things of wheel arches, sills. You can see where rust was starting to creep in on the seams here under the bonnet, this bonnet edge. I think this is probably because she's a Fairmont, so she's got this bright strip on the grille. So they've just drilled through, and I think that's probably weakened that a bit. Slam panel is kind of in the firing line. So other than that, it's just main chassis rails and suspension mounts. So yeah, if you are buying one, check it all over because there are plenty of places they can rot. I'll get that long lance, get all those cavities down the back above the rear wheel arches. You get pretty much everywhere with it. Apparently the wax is not actually heated this time of year because it's liquid enough. So there we go, that is indeed liquidy and nice and slimy, but it'll go everywhere. It'll go over the brakes and everywhere, so it does warn you to be careful with the brakes. So hopefully it'll stop things like the hub sensors corroding. It really does go absolutely everywhere. So he will heat the wax if he's doing a winter job, but really this is the sort of job you want to be doing this time of year, ahead of the winter, ideally. Well, just back from testing this multiplier, which you will have seen in a previous video. So we're here to see how Betty's getting on, and the work is continuing. Now working underneath the car. So hopefully she will stay good. Just in the process of ordering up a new pinion seal for the diff, which I've been meaning to do for ages. And hopefully this treatment will give us a bit more longevity on the rusty brake fuel pipes underneath, not brake pipes. Yeah, look at this, all in the wheel arch, springs, everything. Because it isn't just bodies that rot in the UK, it's all the fasteners and everything as well. So yeah, this is delightfully comprehensive. What I hadn't realised is the sill covers off. This is actually the first time I've seen the sills of Betty. So hopefully with this treatment they will stay as solid as they are at the moment. So yeah, good times. It's good to see some protection on here before winter sets in. Although it's incredibly warm today, so winter still feels a long way away. So that's a full 2.5 hours so far. That's been going on, but almost there, and there'll be time to put it back together, and then back we go to Wales. Hopefully She is now Wales proof. That big long tube gets right down into the sills, and you can see it misting out of the sills, so it's getting it right where it needs to be. And this is what makes it more difficult to do at home. Even though I've previously used built Hambers wax, comes an aerosol with a fairly long lance on it, it's difficult to get comprehensive coverage. I think actual air pressure and a super long lance like that, much better way of doing it. So in total today, Rob reckons he's used about 1.5 litres of the wax. So that's a goodly amount. Again, if I was doing it with aerosols, I'd probably only use a couple of aerosols. And I know me, I don't do a half-assed job of it as well. The rate for a standard car is £272. And you can come back for a smaller update every year or two, just to keep it topped up. And there we go, she's done. So windows have been cleaned, she's good to go. So thanks Rob at Krown Rustproofing. We shall now head home and yeah, celebrate the fact she's now protected. So just before we go, don't forget you can head to the Hubnut store and buy more up-to-date Betty merch. This is the old design, we have a new design, stickers, all sorts, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Farewell.